Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to show you how I clean my canister filter. This is going to be the first time I've cleaned this one since I set the tank up about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So this is going to be a real dirty filter because I used the ADA soil. Plus I had a lot of dirt, debris and stuff behind in the tank, and I just noticed my pressure wasn't that great in the tank. Wasn't getting a lot of flow anymore, so I knew there was something going on. So this is going to be a video on cleaning one of my canister filters. I never clean both at the same time, so it's just going to be a quick rundown. Maybe you guys will like some of the tips I have if you don't already use them. So I like to have a nice double sink like this, nice and clear on the sides, and give yourself enough room. The first thing I do is I plug this drain, and we're going to use the water in here to house the bacteria while we're cleaning out the other compartments. So I just go ahead and remove the top like I normally would, and yours is probably different. I run the Cascade filters, so I just get right down in here and I start taking the parts out. And first thing we want to do before we get too far is dump some water from the filter into this bath that I plugged up. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this with one hand, so it's kind of tricky. So we're going to go ahead and just get a decent amount of water in there. You can see it's pretty gross from the, like I said, it's the first time and it's all that ADA soil. I always wash the sponges. A lot of you, some of you might not, but I feel you kind of have to because they get pretty clogged up with stuff. So I go ahead and remove my top rack, which has my sponge in it, and it's kind of set that aside for a second. And then I go right for the bacteria, guys. You want to get that stuff back in the water. So just a little bit of water like that's fine. And that's all I have for bacteria. Tray in this. I need to probably add another tray of bacteria, so I'll do that the next time. So you just go ahead and get your next rack out. And what I do is if your motor's all done draining out for the most part, which mine is not, but if you just get the majority of the water out like this, and you can find that you'll be able to set it back on the counter with little dripping. No big deal. So next thing I want to do is I want to get all this crap water out of the main body. So let's go ahead and dump that off, get all the crap and dirt and stuff out of there. As you can see, that's pretty bad. That's just because of the setup from the tank, and there's a lot of dust and stuff in the bags. But it's going to make a huge difference when I go to clean this. So here I go, I'm rinsing out my, you can see how bad that is. I'm using warm water right now because I'm trying to clean it out as best I can, and the warm water definitely helps to loosen stuff up. And I really don't care about the bacteria in here. I mean, there's really no way of getting around it. You're going to have to rinse it. And if you rinse something out, you're going to lose stuff, so it's not really ideal for worrying about the bacteria in this part of the filter. But a lot of bacteria does live in here. But for the most part, you just leave this over here in the original water, and that'll stay alive for, I'd say, a good half hour or longer in the water until it gets cold. But it's best to do this as quick as possible and get that back in and get it back hooked up to your tank. So you get this till it's not squishing out dirty, till it's clear. Then you can go ahead and set that aside. And then I go onto my basket. I just rinse all this stuff off. You want to get all that extra muck off there. Same with this. Get this all cleaned off. This is all good. I'm just using hot water for all this, guys, because like I said, I want it to clean quicker so I can get it done. Alright, you can just rinse all that down. Make sure you guys clean your sinks before you do this. You didn't use anything in there that's going to harm, especially on the other side. You want to make sure you use hot water to kind of sterilize it beforehand, and just to ensure that you don't get anything, contaminating your bacteria. So that's it, guys, pretty much. What you're going to do at this point is pretty, self-explanatory. You're just going to put everything back together. So in this case, mine goes like this. I'm going to grab my bacteria, get that back in there, And then my last basket with my foam, you just put it back together. Again guys, I'm sorry about the movie. It's a little funky because I'm trying to do this with one hand, so that's back in. So you got all your compartments back in. Make sure they're all lined up and clicked in good, depending on what style you have. Get my little O-ring in there, and then I'm gonna put my top back on here. Get that's in, and then make sure you line up everything right. Definitely the trickiest part here with one hand. Just lock that all down. And we're ready to hook it back up. That's it, and you can obviously just discard this water. Alright guys, thanks a lot, I appreciate it.